Councilman Kukoviac.
As some of you in West Orange and the West Orange Patch have noticed, the council meeting agenda and related materials were not posted to the town website until earlier today. The ordinance that governs the development of the meeting agenda, which is Chapter 3, Section 5, specifies that the agenda should be completed no later than 4 p.m. on the Thursday preceding a regular council meeting, except for emergency matters which may be added by the council president any time before the meeting. That ordinance was approved in 1972, well before we had the availability of the internet and the flexibility of television. I have no doubt that putting the agenda on the town website helps inform residents of what the administration and council are considering, thus increasing the chances that residents can provide informed input on the issues. I also have no doubt that the administration and the council support this goal and the goal of increased transparency on town business. But by putting such requirements into our ordinances, it will show our priorities and make sure that we make every effort to follow both the letter and the spirit of our priorities. Therefore, I propose that we draft legislation for consideration at the next council meeting, that the council amend Chapter 3, Section 5 to require that the agenda and associated materials be posted to the town website the same day as they are finalized and delivered to the council administration. As much as possible, the agenda heading should be in plain English. In each ordinance and resolution have a brief explanation of its purpose. And for those who do not use the internet and can't get to the clerk's office, we should also consider scrolling the agenda on the town's public access TV station. And if and when the agenda or related materials are added or changed after the initial posting, they should also be noted that they are added and changed, so people know what's being changed on the fly. And I certainly can work with Town Council, Mr. Kaiser, and anyone else interested to draft specific language for consideration at the next meeting. And of course, we're able to discuss it now if anybody wishes to. Thank you.
Anyone like to comment? No?
Okay.
Well, I guess there's a question. I mean, the question is, was there a reason that things weren't posted?
Yes.
I think it's...
I mean, it seems like this is not a recurring...
Exactly.
You know, it happened. I understand there was a holiday.
No, that's not why.
But, pardon?
That isn't why, though, the holiday.
Okay.
Our IT person had some personal issues that he was not available through email, phone, anything. And he did discuss that prior to, you know, leaving. But the agenda was completed by Thursday. It just wasn't.
It's not posted.
Exactly.
And typically it is.
Yeah. The department heads are required to give everything to my office by 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Right. For the most part, that does happen. If not, I usually put resolution or ordinance to follow, but I do list it. And this week, like I said, the IT person was not available due to family issues. So, but I do believe that my office sent it to the council, on time.
Right.
I mean, I don't think it's a recurring problem either. I mean, it was, for whatever the reason was, this is the first time I've seen it happen.
Well, I've been here
almost 4 years.
3 years, and this is the first time it has happened in that amount of time. So.
Are you suggesting a way that if the IT person is not available, that there's a way it could be posted? Is that?
Well, that would be one of the solutions. I've also been a little bit concerned about the promptness of the materials getting up on the website. I'm taking no issue with the clerk's delivery and development of the agenda. That's all fine. I'm simply trying to perhaps get that work and that information out to the public on a more timely basis. Sometimes the materials aren't getting up until Friday, and
That is when they go up. That's when I put them up.
That's why I'm suggesting
because the council president approves everything in Thursday afternoon, and then I put everything on the website on Friday.
That's why I was suggesting that perhaps we just put in the ordinance that we put it up the same day as everybody on the council gets it.
Finish. I mean, my comment in reference to what Karen is saying is, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's so hectic sometimes getting the material. The deadline is 3 o'clock on Wednesday. We are supposed to have our packets by 1 o'clock on Thursday. But more times than not, you know, I will get phone calls, whoever, what department head wants to add on. So it's not like a cut and dry, that's my opinion.
Yes, that's
that
true.
At, you know, 2 o'clock Thursday, because it's a constant changing of the agenda. There's constant add-ons, there's, you know, and it happens sometimes right up until Monday, you know, or
Sometimes
even
Tuesday.
Tuesday sometimes. You know, and that's not, so, I mean, other than posting it when the clerk receives it, I don't see any other way of making it more prompt.
Right, I agree.
Because, I mean, I live it every week, every 2 days with the clerk before our agenda.
Yeah.
The phone calls are back and forth. Today, I was speaking to a department head at like 2 o'clock. You know, so, am I right?
No, yeah, absolutely.
And again, what I'm proposing would not affect the development of the agenda. I realize that there are situations that require some flexibility. All I'm saying is that if you're putting together the agenda, you should make it available to the residents so that as quickly as possible, so that they can, you know, have more information about what's going on, and maybe we'll get better attendance at the council meetings. Maybe they'll email us with their input. But in any event, they'll be able to see on a regular basis. They'll know they can go on a Thursday evening or Friday morning and see all of the material. That's,
Well, it's usually posted Friday morning,
Friday
correct?
morning, yeah, I try.
yes, you try. And I'm not being critical of anything.
I know.
I'm just saying that if we put this into the ordinance, we're likely to take it a little bit more seriously. And I think getting this out to the public on a regular, timely basis is an important objective. I realize it is, sometimes we are looking at how we get our own thing done, and we're not really thinking, well, there are 45,000 people out there who potentially might be interested in getting this information as well. That's why I'm just not trying to be critical. I'm just thinking that, while we're looking at it, we can make a few other modifications. I get regular requests from seniors who say, I don't care that it's on the internet, I don't use the internet, but I watch the TV, and maybe we could just put the agenda up there while we're at it and inform a lot more people about it.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Any other comments? Okay. Does anyone else have general matters?
Do we want to put closure to this? Do we want to draft anything? I mean, what we're saying here is that the Chapter 3, Section 5 specifies that the agenda should be completed no later than 4 on Thursday, prior to our meetings. And then what Joe is suggesting is that it be posted on the same day as they're finalized. And what Karen is saying is that's typically what does happen. It
For
just
the most
didn't
part.
happen.
Right, unless, like Patty was
This
saying,
particular
with the
time.
department heads, you know, they call up, you know, Friday morning at 10, they need something on the agenda. Because
Sometimes Tuesday morning.
Exactly, yeah, so I mean.
Right, but it's already posted
For the
by
most
then,
part,
so
it is
it's not-
completed by 4 on Thursday, but there's always exceptions every
Right, but it's
single.
already posted by then, even if you
No,
get
she
these...
said
Friday.
posted Friday
It's-
morning.
I posted on Friday, right.
Which I think is
But that was
We're
just as
getting our
a,
mail at 4:30 Thursday, so...
yeah, as a general rule, I just do it on Fridays. I just feel the council should have an opportunity to see all the material before it goes out to
I
everyone.
agree.
So what I was going to do is, I've already talked to Mr. Kaiser. We'll draft up some wording, and if anybody wants to be involved in it, they certainly can do that. Maybe we'll just bring it as a piece of paper at the next council meeting, and we'll debate it further.
Yeah, but I'm missing what's the wording, because if it is
Right.
already saying that it's finalized and it is being posted, it just didn't happen this particular time, then what is it that we have to add? That's what I'm missing. What's the amendment going to say? If it's posted, say Friday morning, if it's posted on Friday morning, are you suggesting that it needs to be posted on Thursday when we get our mail? I don't understand what you're asking.
The ordinance makes absolutely no reference to the public posting of the materials in electronic format. Obviously, there's an open public meetings
Karen's just
Act
doing it,
request.
it's just not in the ordinance.
Exactly.
You're just-
There's nothing in the ordinance that talks about the public dissemination.
Has to be posted.
And as I said, she always complies with the Open Public Meetings Act requirements. It's simply utilizing the technology that we have, and it's easy, cheap, to do and be able to get the information out a lot sooner. So what I'm suggesting is we add language to it, not change anything that's going on. I'm not suggesting that we change it. I'm just saying let's add to it the priority of making sure it gets out to the public in a timely manner. So what I was going to suggest
But I
doing
do
is...
do that.
Well, he's just saying that it will be
That's already
memorialized,
happening.
now to be memorialized in an ordinance. You're already doing it, we're just laying it out in ordinance
Council
form.
President, I don't know that we need to beat the horse to death. I don't have a problem drafting an ordinance and handing it around, and, you know, if people want to make changes to the language, they can, and then it's up to you guys to vote on it at the next meeting. It's not going to be a difficult project for me, so the only concern I would have, one of the thoughts that Councilman Kukoviac proposes is posting this stuff on the Channel 36. I don't know what problems that may entail.
I was going to ask that.
We don't run Channel 36, and I don't, you know, it may be something that can be done easily, it may not, I don't know. So.
Okay,
Certainly an issue to look into.
okay,
Thank you.
okay. Any other general matters pending?
Okay.
Councilwoman.
That the West Orange Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring the annual breakfast where the mayor presents the state of the town. It's on January 25th at 8:00 a.m. at the Manor. Tickets are $35. It's a well-attended event, and everyone's welcome to attend.
Manners?